All right, so that song. No, I'm wrong. I was going to say that song is the Twilight song. That's not the Twilight song. The Twilight song is Bruno Mars. It will fall and rain, Hosanna. The Hunger Games has a Taylor Swift song.
Don't think I haven't heard that a million times already.
Interesting. So, Kyle, what's coming up in the GBG? Hunger Games comes out Friday. Liam Hemsworth on the show Thursday.
By now, you've probably heard George Clooney was arrested on Friday. It all happened in Washington, right outside the Sudanese embassy. Now, moments before his arrest and many other protesters that he was with, he said, "We are here to ask two simple questions. The first is something very immediate. We need humanitarian aid to be allowed into the Sudan before it becomes the worst crisis in the world." His second request was for their government to stop randomly killing its own innocent men, women, and children. Now, of course, the police were there, and it was disorderly conduct. They gave them 3 different warnings, and then, of course, handcuffed them and brought them to jail. They were all released after staying in a holding cell for a little while with a $100 fine. Now, right afterwards, of course, there was tons and tons of reporters out there that George Clooney just decided to stop and speak to, and, of course, continue to preach about the cause.
So our job right now is to try to bring attention to it. One of those ways was apparently getting arrested. We hope that this brings attention to it, and all of you here help do that, and we appreciate that. And we hope that people understand that there really is a ticking clock on this and that we need to get moving.
George Clooney's 78-year-old dad was arrested with him. George Clooney's girlfriend was nowhere to be seen, so where was Stacy Keibler? Supposedly she had a modeling shoot or something to go to. But
that's important for Sudan as well.
From what I hear, the real reason is George Clooney knew he was going to be arrested. It was a whole planned thing, and he just told her he wanted her to stay out of the drama. In the meantime, she's making headlines of her own. Stacy Keibler is allegedly in talks to join the X Factor as a host. Of course, talks are still ongoing with Britney Spears to be a judge. She wants a whole heck of a lot of money, and she wants an out clause, and they're still trying to find a happy medium there. As far as Stacy Keibler as a host, they're a little worried about how she's got really no experience in the music business per se, but if she's hosting, I'm guessing it shouldn't really be that big of a deal, right? I'm guessing. Now, this story is just a little too juicy to ignore. It's being broken by the National Enquirer, who, on the outside, doesn't really have that great of a reputation, but if you think back to some of the hugest stories, they all broke in National Enquirer first, but everyone just kind of skirts them aside because it's the National Enquirer.
Yeah, they
right?
think they're the aliens landed at my house thing.
Exactly.
Are my babies an alien?
Well,
but they break some stuff.
The stuff I think they break is like political stuff. John Edwards, Monica Lewinsky. I can't think of any like celebrity stuff that they broke, and then we backed it up.
Give me a second, but I know that they have. They've broken a lot of celebrity stuff, like big, huge scandals. I think the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing was
political.
Yes,
he's a governor.
He's more of a celebrity, though.
Okay, what else? I'll give you another second.
Let me get back to that.
Okay, what else?
I had this one I want to get to because, like I said, it's just too juicy to ignore.
Okay.
Allegedly, if you believe the National Enquirer, John Travolta picked up a hunky masseur he had met on Craigslist, drove him to a Beverly Hills hotel, and offered the guy $200 an hour for sexual activity. Now, according to the hired help, this masseuse, who has passed a polygraph test, he says Travolta tried to pay me for sex. It was very clear that John Travolta wanted me to perform a sexual act on him and that he would pay me to do it. And that's not all. The masseur says Travolta tried to sweeten the deal by offering a threesome.
With who?
Didn't say.
Well, that's an incomplete story then.
So did he want to punch the monkey, or he just wanted a sensual massage?
I think he wanted the happy ending.
I would totally do that to John Travolta.
$200 an hour
for free.
He wanted a little more than the massage.
I would totally do that to John Travolta in a second.
Ew.
You're giving him a massage. You're standing next to him. He's face down at the table. You've got John Travolta there. I would totally massage his butt cheeks, kind of lean in on
it.
You wanted more than a massage of the butt cheeks, Johnjay.
Right, but so what? It's just a massage. It's just skin on skin.
No.
Your hands on him?
He wanted him to talk on his phone, per se.
Is that part of the story? I'd have to think about that a little bit more.
But you're not totally out?
The whole... Yeah, what the hell? Talk on his phone, John Travolta?
Okay.
It's a good story to tell the bars.
I would totally do that to Vincent.
Oh,
Vincent
goodness.
from Pulp Fiction.
Now, in a recent
Danny
interview
Zuko.
with,
Tony Manero.
Okay, all right.
The guy from Face Off.
Moving on.
Which one? When he's face off or face off?
Doesn't matter. Is that why there were all? I don't know if you were watching TV over the weekend. There were so many John Travolta movies on TV. Maybe
I don't think that's why.
I don't know. They always do. One of the program directors of all the pay channels always is very typical and very topical of whatever gossip's breaking.
Yeah, like the Bodyguard playing it over and over
Bodyguard,
again.
Wait You Exhale was on this weekend. X-Men First Class, I was telling Rich, X-Men First Class stars the girl that's Katniss on Hunger Games. John Travolta on all weekend, story about him wanting someone to wax his banana.
I'm gonna guess that was
By the way,
just a
John,
coincidence.
DM me. I'm in.
Hey,
Okay.
but if it's $200 an hour, how long could that take? How many hours is that going to happen?
Like if it was $200 for an hour,
Yes.
no problem.
All right. Like I said, we're moving on.
Out on principle here.
Now, Rihanna got a little flack about her duet with Chris Brown, but one duet that she says will be coming to a radio near us very soon definitely will get her fans very excited.
We have been working on this for years. We still are trying to make a song together, Katy Perry and I. I won't say it's happening right now, but it's going to happen.
That's awesome, right? Riri and
Love
KTP.
all of it.
It's going to be pretty cool. Now, Jennifer Aniston, you guys may or may not be engaged. She was photographed over the weekend driving with her boyfriend, Justin Theroux, wearing a very flashy bling bling ring on her wedding ring finger. Now, of course, a lot of people speculated their relationship would be over after Wanderlust flopped. It did flop, but the two are still together and possibly going very, very strong. You can log on to johnjayandrich.com, type in the keyword GBG, and see this alleged engagement ring. While you're there, Bethany Frankel was on the Anderson Cooper show.
I saw this.
Complete wardrobe malfunction type deal. She knelt down to do some push-ups and woo! Flashed pink undies to everyone. Yes, that video is
She's got a
also on our
good-looking
website.
butt.
johnjayandrich.com, keyword GBG.